Genshin Impact is the latest in a long line of a trend of game design labeled gacha games, coming from the very popular Gachapon capsule toys, those stuff you begged your parents for in the grocery store. In a traditional gacha game, there are many different characters to play as, but each one is usually locked behind a game of chance, using materials most optimally obtained with real money. These are often mobile games, and have little else in terms of gameplay, but Genshin Impact is on desktop, and is a relatively complex and active adventure game. So, with that in mind, can you outplay the game and beat it without ever rolling the dice and getting any of the dozens of characters for sale? Well, yeah, actually. The game is set up so that all of the challenges, both optional and required, can be achieved with the 4 characters it gives you at the start of the game. And apparently it's possible to do the whole game with only the starting character. So, let's go a bit further. The mechanic of getting new characters as random drops is the namesake of Gacha, but I've isolated a few more common tropes that stop gameplay and are purely to get you to spend money. These things are artificial timers outside of gameplay that get you to come back later, daily or weekly quests and items, leveling up characters or items outside of gameplay using materials that you can purchase, and, of course, any currency you buy with real money. Now, with these additional items, we can finally set our rule set. No use of Wish, no buying anything with Primo Gems, no daily commissions, no participating in events or collecting limited time offers like Battle Pass rewards or mail-in items, nothing with a timer. This includes the blacksmith, food refining, shops, anything with original resin, or getting health from the statues of the 7. And finally, we're not allowed to use character XP materials or weapon enhancement materials. That last statement means that we can only get XP during battle, and we can only level up our weapons by mashing together other weapons. Whew. That's a long explanation. Let's begin. We start the game as normal. Pick the true protagonist, and watch our brother get the same fate as Mr. Incredible, and wake up to true horror. They've given us a mascot character. We pick up a chest for some goodies, and go to receive magic from the local vendor. On the way to the city, we beat up some locals, and run into a boy trying to reenact Dragon Tales. He drops his dragon scale, and we're on our way to wish and wish with all our heart when we get accosted by the Girl Scouts of America to buy some damn Thin Mints. We agree, of course, and we head into the city where Amber reveals that she's actually the King of Hyrule, and so we receive her paraglider so that we may leave the plateau. Suddenly, a storm blows in, and I decide to chill indoors and play some Kid Icarus Uprising instead.
I'm preventing your fall with the power of 1,000 winds.
Anyways, back to the city, I get arrested by the cops for flying around, I guess, and get brought back to their... holy shit! Thin blue line is looking kinda thick, goddamn! Fuck, I can't fucking do that. What was this saying? Right. I'm taken in by promises of valor and getting my college paid for, so I get tricked into joining the military. On the bright side, I do get Lisa and Kai as my final party members for a bit. Now, with our wind glider, a full party of 4, and the map unlocked, the game can begin in earnest. We'll be leveling these characters the best we can, as in the current update I have, we will only ever get 2 more characters, Barbara and Zhongling. And we won't ever be able to unlock any of their constellations through rolling more of them. Nor will we ever be able to ascend them past the 2nd level, due to the ascension material requiring original resin, which is banned for being a resource refilled with time or money. The other problem is that none of these characters provide healing, which normally isn't a huge issue, but because we don't have the healing from statues of the 7, we have to make do with food, which will run out quickly if we abuse it. Luckily, several items we can grab early in the game give each character some form of healing, which keeps their sustain up better than usual. Regardless, we clear the few dungeons no problem and go out into the main world to get some levels. Overall, monsters at this stage of the game are not going to be an issue, although the real challenge comes from timed fights, as our underpowered characters aren't always powerful enough to take down the enemies in time. Luckily, we can craft some stat boosting food that doesn't require refining to give us an edge. Really, The only challenge of this run so far is preventing myself from opening up mail or doing restricted stuff in accident. I accidentally opened up Sucrose's birthday message, so I spent the next half an hour throwing myself off a cliff to use up all the healing items we got from it, as we can't just throw those away. Back to the game. Quests aren't a challenge for us yet, so we mostly just have to worry about grinding enough adventure XP to get to the next quest. We gather up chests and then head back to town for some more quality time with the other main characters. We do some errands for our pirate boyfriend and go on the worst driving license exam ever.
Raptor says I'll never make it. But if you listen carefully, the wind says I will make it, and that's good enough for me. It's a wind current! She's gliding! Amber's gliding!
You're crazy, kid!
Now, we go back into the city to check out some dude whose name means wind, looks exactly like Barbados, the god of wind, hangs out with a wind dragon, wants artifacts that Barbados had, but I mean, who knows? He could be anyone. Oh, it's Barbados. What a surprise. Also, he for sure fucked the dragon, but that's neither here nor there. I just wanted people to be aware of it.
Are you two meant to be close or something?
Oh, so close.
Hey, so...
He lets the nun know that he's Barbados after his missing artifacts, but she doesn't let us through. I mean, hard to blame her, really. What would you do if you found out that God was a twink? After successfully not stealing the lyre, we go drink in celebration, and go grab it back to save Dvalin. Unfortunately, I'm not cool enough to sit with the other hotshots at Dvalin's table yet, so we have to grind a bit to gather enough good boy points to be let in. We go on a date with Lisa, where she tries to pressure us into a Mobby-Dom kink.
Hi, darling. Are you going to be Lisa's little helper? Are you sweeties here to help us out? Hey, sweetie, you're both so adorable. Did you just come to see me? Hey, cutie, little cutie. Consider it cutie. 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 My kindest cutie. Hey, darling. You've been a naughty boy. Naughty boys who don't do what they're told need a little punishment to keep them in line. I can be your teacher, your master, or your friend. Don't worry, darling. I'll take very good care of you. Stand back, sweeties.
It works. But even after doing everything the world has to offer, we still don't have enough juice to reach adventure level 18. Which is where I realize another fault in the plan. Adventure XP is needed to progress in the game at various choke points, and while this can be gained through doing just about anything, daily commissions give you the most bang for your buck. Since daily commissions fly under the predatory daily events flag, we can't complete them. Each daily commission at this point gives us 200 XP, with the bonus for completing all 4 giving us 500. With the addition of our quest to do 4 giving us an additional 100, means that we will miss out on 1,400 XP for just the first day. For reference, the average chest you get while exploring gives anywhere from 10 to 60 adventure XP. Since we're about 1,000 XP short after completing as much as Mondstadt as I'm willing to, I do have to go into Liwa a bit to get the rest of our points. Don't worry, I think we should still be good for the next few level barriers, as Liwa is much larger than Mondstadt. So, while the last adventure level barrier of the game so far is 35, hopefully we should be able to complete it with our game restricted as it is. Now that our adventure level is appropriate enough, we finally get to join in the fight with Dvalin, where we have to stock up all our people with the best weapons and level up our artifacts to... I'm just kidding. Venti joins us and makes the fight a literal breeze. With Dvalin back to normal, I make my way back to Mondstadt to get word that our big bro has made some new friends. It seems to be pretty popular with the ladies.
What would the music be without sounds?
Young Boss, Miss Trina, Pitbull. Let's show 'em how we get down. I party like a rock star, look like a movie star, play like an all-star, fuck like a porn star. Baby, I'm a superstar, always posted at the bar, always with a couple bras. Maybe I'm just that raw dog. Check the resume, I hit something every day. Ask about me and I say that
After giving back our stolen goods, we are shocked with the sudden realization that I am going to join the fucking Fatui.
Mondstadt calls this a god?
Resident rodent beats invasive vermin.
It should have been me, not him! It's not fair!
Venti, meanwhile, desperately tries to explain the plot to us.
One of the 7, the Tsaritsa who reigns from her winter palace.
Can't take my eyes off of you. You be like heaven to touch.
This finally concludes the Mondstadt chapter, and our first part of the journey, with Barbara joining our character roster. She'll actually provide consistent healing, and so we can focus on damage with the other party members, as well as giving us another element to mess around with. As a bonus, since the game gives you its gacha currency with every chest and quest you get, let's see how many we've collected so far. With 13 Acquaint Fate and using Beginner's Wish, we can get around 15 pulls, one of which has to be Noelle. Finally, with the Primo Gems we have, we can get around another 13 pulls, totaling 28 total chances at more characters. This isn't terribly high, but after we do the next area, we will eventually amass a huge amount of gems. Since MiHoYo is releasing this game in chunks, I'll release the series in chunks. This one was pretty simple, as we're not too far away from where we should be, but as the enemies get tougher and tougher, I think that our slow leveling will prove the game much more challenging as it goes on. I hope you'll join me next time for the Liwa chapter. See y'all soon.